Marrakesh, Morocco. Interesting fact. 7 interesting facts about Marrakesh to know before you visit. 1. Marrakesh's name has 2 origins. Most historians note that the name Marrakesh is rooted in the Berber phrase, Mar-e-Kush, which means the land of God. However, there are other theories surrounding the name's origin. A second theory that suggests Marrakesh comes from the Arabic words Marrakesh, which mean to pass by quickly. Apparently, this phrase was created to warn those who traveled to Morocco to watch out for thieves and wild animals in the city. For tourism purposes, naming the city as a reference to the land of God would certainly be more welcoming. 2. Marrakech sits near the height of North Africa. Marrakesh's prime location is just 50 miles north of North Africa's highest peak, named Toubkal, pictured above, in the Atlas Mountains. The city is referred to as a prime location because of its relative proximity to other key cities. Ouarzazate, a city considered to be the gateway to the Sahara Desert, is 122 miles northwest of Marrakech. And 110 miles west of Marrakech is the port city of Essaouira. 3. Marrakech is Hollywood's second home throughout the years. Marrakech has served as a setting for big-budget Hollywood productions. The masterminds behind many golden-era films would travel to Marrakech due to its scenery. One such film was The Man Who Knew Too Much, 1956, which was filmed at the Mamounia Hotel. More recent movies were also shot in Marrakech. The creators and cast of Sex and the City 2, 2010, sojourned to the city and filmed the movie at the Taj Palace. Also, Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, 2015, had its filming take place in Marrakech at the Marrakech Stadium. 4. Marrakech is a trilingual city. There are 3 main languages spoken in Marrakech, and all of Morocco: Arabic, French, and Amazigh. During the early 20th century, the French occupied Morocco, and for that reason, many Moroccan locals still converse in French today. Amazigh, the Berber languages, is a group of the lesser-known set of languages spoken by the Berber people of Morocco. There are many subdivisions of these languages, which vary linguistically among different Berber tribes. 5. Marrakech is home to famous traditional Arabic structures. Marrakech is home to a wide range of iconic structures, many of which were constructed during the last millennium. They include the likes of El Badi Palace, built in the 16th century by Saadian Sultan Ahmed al-Mansur. The Sultan constructed the palace with money received from the Portuguese after the Battle of the Three Kings. There's also the Ben Yusuf Madrasa, pictured above, a 14th-century university that was rebuilt in the 16th century. It is an impressive display of Islamic architecture that spans 17,976 square feet and contains 132 dorm rooms. Since 1982, it has served as a museum. This is located just 2 minutes on foot from Riyadh Faranchi. 6. Yves Saint Laurent rescued a piece of Marrakech. Algerian-born French designer Yves Saint Laurent literally saved a piece of Marrakech heritage. Along with his partner, Pierre Berge, Yves bought the Jardin Majorelle when they discovered it was being converted to a hotel. Not only did they buy the property, but they also chose to live in Jardin Majorelle's Villa Oasis. To this day, A Roman pillar memorial stands in the garden to pay homage to the late Saint Laurent who passed away in 2008 from brain cancer. 7. Winston Churchill recommended Marrakesh to his friends. Visitors of Marrakesh have long recommended the city to friends and family members, and this is true even among former U.S. presidents. During the height of World War II in 1943, Winston Churchill begged Franklin D. Roosevelt to travel to Marrakesh after the Casablanca Conference. Churchill said to Roosevelt, "You cannot come all the way to North Africa without seeing Marrakesh." That admonition was convincing enough for Roosevelt, as he agreed to a driving excursion from Casablanca to Marrakesh with Churchill. History. The history of Marrakesh, a city in southern Morocco, stretches back nearly 1,000 years. The country of Morocco itself is named after it. Founded circa 1070 by the Almoravids as the capital of their empire, Marrakesh went on to also serve as the imperial capital of the Almohad Caliphate from 1147. The Marinids, who captured Marrakesh in 1269, relocated the capital to Fez, leaving Marrakesh as a regional capital of the south. During this period, it often broke off in rebellion into a semi-autonomous state. Marrakesh was captured by the Saadian Sharifs in 1525, and resumed its status as imperial capital for a unified Morocco after they captured Fez in 1549. Marrakesh reached its epic grandeur under the Saadians, who greatly embellished the city. The Alawite Sharifs captured Marrakesh in 1669. Although it served frequently as the residence of the Alawite sultans, Marrakesh was not their definitive capital, as Alawite sultans moved their courts frequently between various cities. Monuments. The Menara, located a few kilometers from Marrakesh, the Menara is the most important olive grove in the city, extending over more than 100 hectares. In the center of this garden, a pond has been created which collects water from the mountains in order to irrigate the crops. Next to this water point, built in the 12th century, stands a square-shaped Saadian palace with a triangular roof, the former romantic residence of the sultans during the 19th century. Khatoubi, a mosque. Its name comes from the fact that it was located in the souk of the merchants of manuscripts, Al-Qutbiyini, with 70 meters. In height, it is a temple built by the Khalifa Adab el-Momin ibn Ali during the second half of the 12th century. This mosque is one of the most important in the Maghreb countries. The Khatoubi minaret considers itself a reference model and one of the most important, without forgetting that of the Giralda in Seville and that of Hassan in Rabat. Around this mosque takes place the nightlife of the city of Marrakesh, illustrated by the illuminated silhouette of the minaret. El Badi Palace. The El Badi Palace is intended for royal celebrations. 360 rooms, including those of 4 gigantic princely pavilions, are built around the inner courtyard, which is today the only vestige of this palace of the 1001 Nights, and the pool at ablutions, created by Ahmed Ladore with a view to making it the largest in the Maghreb, 90 meters by 20 meters. It even seems that the palace is equipped, by the best engineers from Europe, with one of the first central heating systems thanks to copper tubing allowing hot or cold water to be routed. Djemaa El Fna. In the middle of the day, it's a place like any other, neither more nor less. But from the end of the afternoon, it fills with people, so much so that you will quickly have to jostle. But it's worth it. Invaded by slices of Moroccan life, the sumptuous Djemaa El Fna Square is also listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Snake charmers, water carriers, acrobats, oriental dancers, storytellers, henna tattoo artists, herbalists, grocers, monkey trainers. The souks of Marrakesh are open from 9 a.m. to dusk. Many artisan stalls are closed on Fridays. The Souk of Marrakech is a monument in itself. 40,000 craftsmen work inside this maze of narrow streets and alleys with shimmering colors and characteristic smells, protected from the sun by wooden laths. Good food. 1. Tagine. 2. Bestila. 3. Moroccan mint tea. 4. Harira. 5. Mesiman.